everyone, it's Ayush here. So today I'm going to be showing you the best way to become color neutral. And this is not, in my opinion, the best way. I am sure that this is the best way. And I'm really confident of this because I would like to start by saying that color neutral is not a barrier in cubing. It's a mental barrier. So first, I'd like to say that I am not color neutral and I am triple color neutral. So triple color neutral does not exist. But what I mean by triple color neutral is that I can solve on 3 different colors: white, yellow and blue. I recently became triple color neutral, and even though it doesn't exist, it's really useful calling yourself triple color neutral, because first of all, it motivates you more to become color neutral. So first, let's start from just being only white cross. So when you're white cross only, number one, your cross all isn't the best all the time, and your cross isn't the most efficient, and most likely cross is your weakest pair, and it would take on average 7 to 8 moves to do your cross. And then dual color neutral. Now it's easy to become dual color neutral because the only color that changes is from white to yellow, or from this one base color to another base color. So as you can see, we have a white, orange and green edge over here. I mean corner over here. White, orange and green corner over here. And right over here, we have a yellow, orange and green corner. So as you can see, only one color changes, which is yellow to white and white to yellow. So that's why it's easy to become dual color neutral. And if you are not dual color neutral and you only solve on one color, then I suggest that you become dual color neutral right away, because it is really important to be dual color neutral. So now I haven't come to being color neutral yet. So you might be thinking, what am I trying to tell you here? So I'm trying to tell you that instead of trying to become color neutral at one go, and what I mean by one go is, instead of just scrambling up the cube like this and then taking a color that you have not solved on. So for example, let me take orange and let's inspect the cube. Wait, I'm not that good, so wait. Yeah, okay. So you're going to inspect the cube, then you're going to solve the cross, and then you're going to just look. You're going to slowly do your F12, then you're going to rotate, then this one, and see, you're bound to make mistakes like this because I did not solve on orange. And then OLL and PLL should be pretty easy. So instead of doing that, or even doing something like on day 1 you do a color and then drill that color, and on day 2 you do another color, which is also another way of becoming color neutral, but it requires a lot of brute force. Like if you watch Laser Monkey, he recently did this interview with Patrick Ponce, and Patrick Ponce was like, I became color neutral through brute force. Now that might not be the best for everyone, because first of all, Patrick Ponce and Laser Monkey are really experienced cubers. Wow, while like people like me, or I guess anyone who's watching this video isn't the most experienced and they haven't played around with colors that much. So it's going to be hard to use brute force, and it's not going to be very fun because it requires a lot of practice. So instead of just doing it in one go, you're going to divide it into different levels. So for example, level 1 to your road to becoming color neutral is to become dual color neutral. So in your mind, instead of thinking that I'm going to become color neutral right now, you can think like you can change your mindset, and that really helps. So you're going to be like, I'm going to become dual color neutral, and then you become dual color neutral, and then it motivates you because dual color neutral is pretty easy. And it hardly took me any time to switch to dual color neutral. So yeah, that's really easy. And then you can start doing smooth solves while being dual color neutral. For example, I can solve on white, and then let me just show you an example on yellow. So wait. Yeah, so I do something like this, and then F12. I can't see through the camera very well. Then OLL and PLL. So something like that. and it gives you more motivation, as I said. And after that, level 2 is going to be doing another color, any random color. For example, you've done 2 colors. Now you're going to accomplish being triple color neutral, which is what I am currently: white, yellow and blue. And that means you've like finished half of the cube. So instead of being like I'm half done with color neutral, you can be like I can solve on 3 colors. And that and it's all about the mindset. It's about how you think about it. Instead of thinking like I'm repeating again, I'm going to become color neutral. You can just divide it into different steps, and you can accomplish each step, and you can treat each step as if it's something really big, which helps you, like motivates you more. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this video, but anyway, so then let's say I'm going to do blue like I did. So I did, you're going to do blue, okay? So now this is the tricky part, because you can't just jump to a random color and expect to be good at it. So now here comes in something that Naren Ramesh said. I'll link his video on becoming color neutral in the description below, and he is color neutral. So let's say you take something like blue, and you can't expect to be you can't expect to be fluid, your F12 to be fluid on blue. So what you wanna do is, instead of just timing your solves and being disappointed about them, you wanna just scramble the cube up randomly and then just do some slow solves. So I'm gonna scramble the cube up, I'm gonna inspect. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do like that, and then I've got this pair and this pair, and it's a bit hard to see through the camera. Yeah, this pair and this pair, then this pair and this pair, like that, and this pair and this pair. Now that might have not been the best example because I fumbled a lot, but you want to do something like that. You don't want to time yourself, and at the same time you also don't want to be just like lounging somewhere, just like eating and just solving and not really concentrating. You want to be on your table, but you want to set aside your timer. You want to open up scrambles, of course, and then just slowly do solves on a single color. And this gives you more experience with that color instead of just doing all in one, which it takes much more time. So that's something which is really important. And of course, after blue, so now you can call yourself triple color neutral, but after blue, instead of going for something like orange or red, which would not be the most clever, you want to go for the opposite color. Because as I said, there's only one color that changes. For example, it's one base color that changes from another base color. So this won't take that much time. In fact, it should only take a few days. And then you can call yourself quadruple color neutral. Now that doesn't make much sense, but again, in your mind, you're like, I am so close to becoming color neutral, and then you get motivated. So it's all about the motivation, because I've seen that with myself and also with other people, that they're not very motivated to do becoming color neutral, even though they want to become color neutral. So again, I'm repeating, it's a mental barrier, not a cubing barrier. I mean, it is a cubing barrier, but again, you wanna have the correct mindset to do it. So finally, I'm not going to explain much about the 4th level, which is the last 2 colors, because let's say you take red for your 5th color, and doing your 5th color should be this same to doing your 3rd color, which was blue in my case. And then finally, orange, which is your last color, is something like the 4th color or even the 2nd color. So that's really simple, and this is just for your mindset. But so then, as I said, for the 6th color, for example, orange, it's similar to your 2nd color, or it's similar to your 4th color. So after this, I suggest that you just reinforce what you've learned. So instead of being like, oh, goal accomplished, color neutral, yay, now I just get to do more and more solves on the timer. No, you're not ready to do solves on the timer yet. Even though you might be close to your normal average with being color neutral, you want to reinforce them by doing what I said. And I got this idea from Naren Ramesh. So you want to just open up scrambles, do untimed solves, but this time instead of doing it on any single color, you have a very open mindset now because you're color neutral. So now you just get to do it on any color. And that really helps. I think it's a really good idea. So if you are planning to become color neutral in the future, then please try this tactic because it's bound to work. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And being color neutral should be will only really help you if you're like sub 10. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be color neutral if you're not sub 10. Because being color neutral at an early stage is always the best. Because you don't have to concentrate being color neutral at a later stage. For example, me, I'm triple color neutral at a later stage. So, of course, color neutrality helps. And right now, I suggest that you become color neutral. Even if it's against your own will, it's the best thing to do. Color neutrality and cross +1. It's the best thing. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And please tell me in the comments below if you want any more of these kind of videos, like not algorithmic tutorials. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.